Hi, I'm John Sedgwick. Welcome to PDQ PD, the professional development that's delivered in bite-sized pieces. I'll be covering the most used and the most needed programs and apps, and your suggestions for topics are always welcome. Today will be the second in a series covering the Google Drive, and today we'll be talking about folders in Google Drive. So last time we talked about how to get into your Google Drive, but let me review that very quickly again. If you just go to any Google window, you'll see up here in the right-hand corner there should be some, I'm already logged in as you can see, but if not, you can just click on there and enter your password and user name, and that should bring you into your account. You can go to the little 9 dots window and click on Drive, and that should take you to a Google Drive similar to what we have here. Now, everything that I'm going to show you today can be done in 3 different places. The first is you see the New button here, and if I click on that, you see besides the Google Docs and Sheets and Slides options, I have options for a folder or new folder, a file upload, or a folder upload. So I'm going to click off that for the moment, and if I go up here to the My Drive pull-down window, I see the same things. New folder, upload files, upload folder. And if I go to any blank spot on the window here, I can right click on that and find the same thing. New folder, upload files, upload folder. So today we're going to start with how to create a new folder. Now the reason you would create a new folder is when you have all these documents like I have down here in the bottom, you might want to organize those in folders, which is a very good idea because you'll find that you collect a lot of documents pretty quickly. So I'm going to go up here to the New. I'm going to try this one first, and I'm going to go to New Folder. And you see it brings up a window here that calls for a new folder, and where it's highlighted here, I'm going to give it a new name. And for this name, I'm going to call it PDQ PD. That will be the name of my folder. I click Create, and since my folders are alphabetized, it falls in here in the PDQ PD folder. So that's pretty easily how you create a new folder. Now if I want to rename that folder, I simply right click on it and I go down to the Rename. Has my name there, and I can type in what additional name that I'd like to change it to, and it will rename the folder. Let's call this, I'm just going to quickly give an abbreviation here just to show you how it changes it. Click OK, and you see that it's changed the name. So it's pretty easy to create and rename a folder. Now the next thing I want to do is show you how to share a folder. Now the reason that you would share a folder is if you have a number of people, let's say you have a number of ELA teachers that want to share some resources. It's much easier to put the documents into a folder and then share a folder rather than share the individual documents. So if you want to share this folder, again, you go to the folder that you want to share, you right click on the Share button, and then you have 2 things that you need to consider here. The first is who you want to share this with, and you just enter the name or the email address. And then, do you want the person that you share this with, or the people that you share this with, do you want them to be able to edit things in the folder or simply view things in the folder? Now at this point it's probably smart that I tell you that the sharing options of the document override the sharing documents of the folder. What that means is if you have a can edit here, but in the folder there's a document that has a view only, that's all they'll be able to do with the document is view it. They can still access it through the folder, but they can only view it. So right now we're only allowing permissions for the folder, not necessarily the documents within the folder. And then if you want to share this with a number of people, just like a file that we talked about earlier, you can click the shareable link, copy the link, and put it in an email to numerous people or post it onto a website and that sort of thing. So that's how you share. Now when you do share this with people, you'll notice that a little icon comes up there with a little person on the folder, and that means that the folder is shared. And that's so when you glance through your folders, you can tell which ones are shared and which ones are private. So that's how you share the folder. Now if we want to move this folder, the easiest way is to just drag it to where you want it. But since we have it in alphabetical order, it's going to bring it back to its alphabetized location. If I want to move this within another folder, I can simply drag and drop. That's one way, and it will appear in as a nested folder within the folder that I'm dragging it to. The second way is I can right click on it and click Move To, and it gives me a list of folders that I have on my drive, and I can pick the folder to which I want to move it, and then it will move it to that folder. So that's the second way to move a folder. Now, if you want to delete the folder for some reason, if you're finished with it, you can simply right click, go down to Remove, and click on the Remove button, and it's gone. Now, you notice that it does say if it's a shared folder, it's still accessible by collaborators. I didn't really share that with anybody, so I don't have anything to worry about there. If you want to bring in a folder from another location, this time I'm going to go to the My Drive. It doesn't matter whether I use New, My Drive, or right-click in a space. But this time I'll try My Drive, and I will choose to upload a folder. And when I click on this, it will bring me, in this case, this is my desktop. It will show me everything that's on my desktop, and you can see the folders are highlighted because that's what I asked to upload was folders. Pick a folder, select Upload, and you see it's downloading here on the right. It's taking a while, but when it comes in, you can see it's already here even though it's not fully downloaded. It brings the folder into its alphabetized location. So that's how you create and move around folders in the Google Drive. Now the key here is finding the file names that you want, creating the file names that you want, and then moving your documents into the folders. So hopefully this will get you started in organizing your drive, which is very important because as you start to archive more and more artifacts into your drive, it'll get really large. And with a lot of documents, you need to have a lot of organization. So thank you for your time today. This was PDQ PD, and I will see you next time.